A good day, this is Michael Atman with Iconisys. Today we'll be doing a real-time workflow video communicating, shooting 360 product video, then extracting the frames to create a 360 interactive product view. I've connected my Iconisys turntable via USB to my computer, as well as my compatible camera via USB to my computer, and what we see on the screen right now is a real-time preview of what the camera sees. First thing that we're going to notice is it's a little bit dark here. So we do have full control over the camera video settings. And what I'm going to do right now is just go through some basic exposure stuff, such as setting my ISO. Maybe I'll drop my shutter speed just a tad. And exposure looks pretty good there. The next thing I want to do is just hover over this MF button. And I want to zoom in 1:1. And what I'll do now is start to adjust my focal point. And as we can see, as I make changes to these arrows, it actually brings my product back into focus. So after I set that focal point, it's going to use that focal point for the entire 360 video record, just to ensure that a fixed focal point is used. Ideally, we don't really want the camera focusing as our object moves. That'll create a weird visual effect, especially when we get to the point of extracting these frames. So, all right, so that looks pretty good as far as the correct exposure. We're going to now click the 360 rotate settings, and we're going to see this window pop up right here. And let me just maximize this. This will give us our full control over our turntable. First, we're just going to choose our model turntable, working with the silver mid-series turntable. The next thing I want to do is define that I'm shooting video, and define the number of degrees that I want to capture the video in. Again, because I'm going to be extracting these frames, I just want to shoot a complete 360, no more, no less. The next thing that we'll do is we want to do a pre-rotation. We do want to ensure that our object is positioned in the center of the turntable. So I'm going to adjust my step width to the fastest speed possible. And then I can enter a value in here. For instance, I want it to do one 360 degree rotation. So when I hit this, that's automatically going to start the turntable rotation, and visually I'm going to watch to ensure that my object is spinning on axis in the center of the turntable. Also ensure that it doesn't fall outside of the frame. So that looked pretty good there. We're now ready to move on to our shooting. We will shoot in counterclockwise because we're working with the left shoe here. I'm also going to slow down my turntable spin rate just to make a little bit longer video. This will give me a bit more frames. And then when I'm ready to start, I'll just hit the start button. And what that's going to do is automatically synchronize my camera video record start with the turntable movement. So right now, as we can see in the preview, that's actually what the camera is recording. And immediately following the record, the video will be, or pardon me, after the turntable is done rotating, it will stop the record, then automatically upload that video. Alright, so here's the video that we just recorded. It was auto-uploaded to our computer. As we can see here, a nice quality video. Looks pretty color accurate and very smooth. Rotation. The turntables are vibration-free rotation. Okay, so we're just going to make a note of the folder location and the name of this video. Let me just close that for a sec here. And we're going to go back into our ShutterStream software. We're going to go up into the options area and choose to import video. We will choose that file. It was MVI9797, and that will import the video. And we're going to see a total of 599 frames for that video. Essentially what we want to do is probably downsample that. We could extract every single frame. We would do so just by putting the number 1 in here. But downsample, what that means, we can say pull every 10th frame. So that'll be a total of, we're going to round up and say 60 frames, which should be a pretty good number for a interactive 360 product view. I'll hit the OK, and that'll start the frame extraction process. Alright, so that was fairly quick. I should note that these images were, or the video, pardon me, was recorded at 4K, as we can see in the metadata up here, 3840 by 2160 pixels. That should give us plenty of pixels to work with. I'm going to batch select the total of, again, 60 frames and enter into the editing area. First thing that we want to do is just view the alignment of these frames. So I will click this button. And that will give me an overlay of all the frames overlaid over top of one another. What I can do while kind of in this view here is do a pre-crop. So I can go and say, this is the area that I wish to crop. And I'm going to hit apply to all in a batch process that will crop. Now that we've done our batch cropping here, probably the next step we'll do is let's go ahead and add some frame. We will add 100 pixels to the bottom of this. I will hit apply to all. And our next step will be to adjust the background. You can see the 100 pixels I added at the bottom of the frame were pure white, meaning that our background is not pure white. So I'm going to go into this RGB eyedropper tool and select the white point. And if you watch this RGB color value, it will actually read the color value of basically what pixel my mouse is hovered over. So I want to choose one of the darker pixels here. And I will select that. And what that's going to do is adjust all the kind of pixels that are lighter than that to pure white. Next thing I can do is just add a little bit of contrast back in here. We can do some color correction and kind of a lot more functionality inside of here if we wanted to, but I won't dive into that much. I'll just hit the apply to all button. Now that we have our image set all edited, we want to output. So I'm going to rename this Adidas sneaker, choose my output location. I can do some batch resizing. For instance, maybe I want all these images at, let's say, 1300 pixels wide. We'll choose to output the JPEG images, and I will hit OK, and that will batch save and resize. Now that we've output these, we're going to open up our 360 View Creator application that's included with the Shutterstream 360 software, and we're going to open up our image folder here. And let me just go and select that set of 60 images and drag and drop into the 360 View Creator software. And what we'll see here is our interactive 360 product view that we just created. As we can see, very nice, high quality. This is only at 750 pixels. There is a deep zoom functionality. Users have full control to customize their 360 product views inside of here. That includes the output size, the player button style. You can upload your own for further customization, spin direction. The output type, that includes 4 different output options: HTML5, animated GIF, interactive MP4, and just a standard MP4 video. Metadata, meta description, etc. I won't dive into that much. And as you can see, high quality 360 product photography extracted from shooting a 360 video. The company name is Iconosys. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.